If there's any other countries that you follow, there are still spots available for trip to the World Cup. There are it's 8 teams playing for 4 spots in UEFA. The only two that I really have any interest in, well, three, I guess. Obviously, hoping that the Italians can make their return to the World Cup. It would be great to see the Irish get themselves back over to the World Cup as well. And it's always fun when a smaller, newer nation like Kosovo, if they are able to qualify. Now, of course, none of them will probably qualify because I've just said all that. I'm sure the Italians will find a way to muck it up. But any of you guys paying attention to any of the international games this weekend? Do you pay attention to the national team, anything else, or are you all just totally uninterested in international soccer like I typically am?
I might watch these games, but I'll be honest, none of these teams should be going. There's too many teams in the World Cup. I think that's like a cold take. I don't think it's even a hot take. There's too many teams qualifying for the World Cup. These games shouldn't be happening. They should all be going home and watching this shit on television.
But the world is growing, Oliver.
I don't care. I don't care.
I'm kind of with Oliver, but just to be devil's advocate here, like these friendlies that we have right now. If you're that into international soccer, these friendlies are kind of like they're pretty important. Like these are where like roster. What's that?
For the U.S. and the already qualified.
I mean, these are kind of the games where rosters are decided, right?
Sure.
Yeah. That's fair.
And as we know, Pochettino, like through this experiment of Pochettino coming to the U.S. national team, like this is where he's been experimenting with lineups, like throughout all these friendlies, experimenting with lineups, formations, players. Not so much formations because he likes to run that diamond. He's as a Tottenham fan, we know he likes to run the diamond. But I think that like these are very important games for the fans of these teams, because this is where their rosters are set. These are the players that they're going to be watching for in their games that they're going to be playing in the World Cup. So and there will be, like you said, some World Cup deciders. Whether or not Italy gets in, which, it has its own thing going on behind the scenes with that. Which is probably another whole podcast, but we also have the intrigue with Ireland, right? I would love to see Ireland get in. I think it would be great for the game of soccer, and for my boy Troy Parrott as well. But I think that like there are some reasons to watch if you're an international soccer fan. But at the same time, if you're just a casual observer, someone who like comes in during the World Cup and watches soccer, these international friendlies don't mean anything.
I don't. Yeah,
and they're really like, and if you're a soccer fan of league soccer, this is just opportunities for your players to get hurt.
Yeah, no.
I mean, I'm a sicko. I will watch as many games as I can, but I don't think there should be qualifying games for the World Cup happening. It should be done.
Yeah, it should be done. Yeah, I mean, I would be more excited about the Irish qualifying if I thought traveling to the United States for the World Cup was a good idea. But I do have a couple of friends I used to coach with over in Ireland, and I would. There's an article in the Guardian today about a Canadian woman that is married to an American that has a valid stay in this country through 2030, and her 5-year-old autistic child with autism have been in a ICE prison for weeks on end now. And her advice was, I don't think no one should come to this country for the.
No, if there is anybody who is somehow listening to this podcast and planning to come to the World Cup,
please don't come.
Like, if this is the first you're hearing, please don't come. Like, it's not a good idea.
Yeah, we get it, but you're better off. Yeah. So that's kind of dampened my excitement for the World Cup as well. It's just such a difficult situation. But look, I will find a way if Italy qualifies. But when they don't, then I have no real reason to care. Sean, look, like like I said, I have a couple of friends that are great coaches over in Ireland, so it will be nice to see them have their country represented here. Sean, are you going to have the World Cup up in Maine? Do you have access to these games?
Yeah, but not until like September. That's when they're going to get to watch.
We're in the process of lining up some copper wire and, charging some batteries. I think we got about 20, 30 people out there on the treadmill, and, we're going to get some juice to those batteries. We might be able to watch a little bit up here, but it's for me, the World Cup is all about the pageantry and the different corners of the world and what they have in the stands and all that sort of stuff.